The moment Carl woke up in his lover Amy's body, the first thing he wanted to do was take a shower. Trying to act innocent, he said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to look." Carl was enjoying the happiness of being close to the person he loved, even using the chance to get rid of his romantic rival. For lunch? That doesn't count as special. Later, he visited Amy's father's workshop. Carl wasn't sure if it would stir up trouble, but he really wanted to help Amy mend her relationship with her dad. That night, Carl left a note for Amy. Waking up in the body of someone he loved, it had been the best day of his life. He nervously lay down to sleep. The next morning, Amy woke up and saw everything Carl had done for her. She was deeply moved and finally realized how she truly felt. She had fallen in love with his soul all along. Without hesitation, she broke up with her boyfriend. "You don't see me. You have no idea who I am. Have a nice life." Then Amy got in her car and drove off to find Carl. They finally started officially dating. This time, Carl had taken over the body of a tall, handsome guy. They drove out to Amy's uncle's place in the countryside. Her uncle was away for work, so the two of them spent the weekend there alone. Carl always brought something new into Amy's life. They enjoyed quiet, peaceful afternoons together. But soon, night fell, and Carl had to leave before the body changed. They made plans for him to return first thing in the morning. But the next day, Carl didn't show up. It started to rain, and Amy became increasingly anxious. With no choice, she left on her own. Back home, she kept messaging Carl, but there was no reply. On the third day, Carl finally came to find her. It turned out he had woken up in the body of someone undergoing surgery and had to lie on the operating table all day, unable to even reach a phone. Amy didn't blame him. They continued their sweet, magical relationship. Later, Carl woke up in the body of one of Amy's friends, someone with a great personality, a perfect figure, and a charming smile. It was clear Amy was a little smitten. That night, she gently held Carl's hand. "Do you think he could stay in Alexander's body for one more day?" "Not sure," Carl replied. But surprisingly, the next morning, Carl was still in Alexander's body. Amy was overjoyed. It seemed Carl had found a way to stay longer, and their relationship bloomed. People around them thought Amy and her friend were now a couple, but the longer Carl stayed in that body, the more uncomfortable he became. He began to worry. Had Amy fallen for the body, not the soul? Alexander had a stable life and could offer her security. Carl didn't want to selfishly take over someone else's life. He told Amy, "Maybe the one you really love is your friend." Even though Amy insisted it was Carl she loved, he didn't want her to go through judgment, whispers, or a life of constant uncertainty. He couldn't bear to see her suffer. Amy was heartbroken, but the two still cherished their final moments together. As dawn came, Carl woke up in yet another stranger's body, and this time, he chose not to look for Amy again. He went back to his drifting, unpredictable life. But one day at school, as Amy was settling back into her routine and saying hi to a friend, something unexpected happened. "Has anyone ever told you you have a nice smile?" She looked up, and in that moment, their eyes met, and they both knew. Though bittersweet, the story ends with a feeling of quiet hope and lasting connection.